Happy Monday, everyone. Time for another live commentary. So, continuing on through our Budapest bouts, next we've got a round of 32 bout between Alexander Choupenitch and Marcus Mepstead. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play. And adjust the volume, as we always do. Awesome. So, Mepstead will win this bout. I'll give it away right now. He ended up getting the silver medal at Budapest, which is very nice for him. He is very much a rising star of the British men's foil team. I did some background research for this bout. It turns out Choupenitch and Mepstead have fenced before this bout 8 times internationally. And Choupenitch won every single one except the last one before this. And Mepstead won this one again to make it 2 and 7. I haven't talked about Mepstead that much on this channel, I don't think. I remember covering a team match that included him on the British team against Italy, I believe. I've talked a bit about Choupenitch, though. He's a very tall Czech fencer, right-handed. He's very patient, and he likes his march, but other than that, he's, well, as normal as you can get in foil. So, we'll see how Mepstead is going to handle him today. Mepstead was just on fire for pretty much the entire day. He did very well. So, let's see what happens in this bout. Here we go. A little bit of marching. No one wants to finish just yet. Pretty natural. Doing a little bit of reconnaissance. Seeing how the other person reacts to the march, that sort of thing. Eventually Choupenitch lunges. Mepstead with a quick parry forward post. Pretty snappy by him. Choupenitch does have a very long reach. He is incredibly tall. So, good on Mepstead for being able to handle that with just his hand. Mepstead marches. A little bit of pauses in there, just maybe to make Choupenitch just counterattack a little harder to land, maybe. Keeps going, takes the blade a few times. Choupenitch starts. Again, Choupenitch very patient here, and finishes. That is parry post no over knees. It did kind of look like Choupenitch was actually looking for the blade there towards the end of that, but referee's calling that for Mepstead. Luckily, it's one light for Choupenitch, though. Again, very long lunge by Choupenitch, but Mepstead escapes this time. Not relying on his hand as he did before. You can see Mepstead is trying to give a little bit of thought to how he crosses Choupenich's danger zone. Point and line on defense. Interesting idea. Turns it into an attack. That is something that we see fencers like Miles Chumley Watson do a lot on defense. If he puts up one line and Choupenitch is hesitating a bit, just attack with it. Choupenitch with a very withheld cross step forward. Almost something like Cadeau. Yeah, and he's so tall that he can cross that distance deceptively fast. So Mepstead not able to escape from him at that time. Mepstead keeps going. Again, a few retreats in there. But that lets Choupenitch start. Mepstead point a line again. Choupenitch going super, super slow, but still going forward. Critically. Mepstead takes the blade and starts back. Again, point a line. Choupenitch taking the blade every so often. Very patient from both. Eventually, Choupenitch finishes pretty short for him, honestly. That was nowhere near his full length of lunge, but goes off target on Mepstead's arm. A little more active now. Choupenitch with the point of line. Mepstead just beats it while not really moving. Okay. How's he going to break inside the distance, though? Not like that. Again, the referee calls that Mepstead's attack no, Choupenich's counterattack. There was blade contact there at some point, but may not have been consequential to the right of way in that case. Ooh, Choupenitch, almost an attack and prep type thing there. Did not make it work, though. Okay, now we're moving a little more, but now we're not. Choupenitch keeps Choupenitch having a bit of fun there with his some body jinking. Mepstead, again, I feel like Mepstead's got to find a way to break inside that distance safely. He wasn't able to do that last time, and I feel like just a lunge isn't going to cut it. It's got to be a multi-tempo attack. But no, Choupenitch is still moving forward. Mepstead asks for a video review there. I don't know about that one. Choupenitch slowed down, but it didn't really feel like he paused to me. And if he did, it felt like Mepstead might have been a bit late. Referee, yep, still Choupenich's attack. Marcus asks for some clarification. I believe the referee just said it was continuous from Choupenitch, which is a totally reasonable call. Choupenitch tries a pretty slow accelerating attack. Sort of off the line, goes off target though. Both fencers give a little space, and we start again. Mepstead on the march once more. How can he break inside Choupenich's distance? That's a little better. But pair or post. That time, maybe. Mepstead thinks it was... either Malparet or perhaps Mepstead's beat attack. The sound of the blades did come a little bit late in that action. I don't know if it was actually after the off-target light turned on. But the referees are having a bit of a look at this. I imagine if Mepstead asked for a video review... No? Wow. And just like that, Mepstead is out of video reviews. That's pretty unfortunate for him. If anything happens down the line, he can't really challenge it. Choupenitch again finishes with long acceleration. It's not the fastest, but the long distance kind of makes up for it. Okay, Choupenitch keeps... nope. Thing is, when both these people get close on marching, they kind of both default to like little bounces in and out, but that makes it very easy for the opponent to start marching themselves. Not to mention, having the blade out so far makes it very easy to take. Oh, Choupenitch! Very clever. Offer point in line when they go for a beat attack, just leave it out. You might get lucky. Or, rather than lucky, very good distance. Okay. Mepstead gives his attack up. Choupenitch starts. How's he going to finish this one? Mepstead keeps going. Choupenitch accelerates a bit, but there's only 5 seconds left. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, Mepstead can't challenge it. He's out of video reviews. And, yeah, that very good case for Malparet right there. I might look back at that later just to make sure, but yeah. 6-2 lead for Choupenitch as the first period comes to an end. Very nice by him, honestly. Able to leverage both his height and his good sense of timing to slip in some touches on Mepstead that he probably wasn't expecting that much. More to the point, Mepstead, I feel like he's having some trouble. Fencers who are so tall like Choupenitch tend to have this like small zone of immunity, or like a danger zone where if both fencers extend, Choupenitch can hit, Mepstead can't. Mepstead has to find a way to safely navigate from one side of that to the other without getting hit and single light stop it, or pair or post or something. And I know he definitely can. The question is how. He's tried, like his lunges have been a little bit too short distance. Choupenitch has just been able to escape. Although to be fair, Mepstead hasn't been going at full blast just yet. On the other hand, when Mepstead tried to cross step, Choupenitch was easily able to pair or post. Actually, I think the ref called it a counterattack, but very similar type thing. So, Choupenitch has a pretty comfortable lead. That could vanish very quickly if Mepstead suddenly finds a tempo and a distance that works for him. So, this is by no means over yet. Choupenitch goes a lot faster, finishes long. Mepstead just not able to keep up, it seems. Like I said, with fencers as tall as Choupenitch, even if they seem to be going very slow, they can cover a lot of distance very quickly. Now Mepstead marches. Ooh, barely short on Choupenich's stop at attempt. Finishes in close, and core. So that was better for Mepstead, though. At least he managed to not get hit on the way in like that. And I imagine Mepstead will have some pretty good ideas for infighting or hitting in close. Choupenitch marches again, but gives it up. Mepstead starts. Choupenitch with the point of line. Very long distance on that point of line. Ooh, how are you going to call this one? They're going to have a look at the box. I did hear a blade contact in there somewhere, but if Choupenitch managed to successfully derobe Mepstead with that point of line, that is absolutely brutal. Okay. It's no, so Mepstead gets an attack. That's one way of doing it, I guess. Could have certainly been cleaner for Mepstead, but I'm sure he'll take it. Breaks inside the distance. Ooh, that's parry post right, off target. It was, there was maybe a bit of core before that happened, and the referee could have called halt earlier, but let's see. Mepstead able to sweep Preem as he runs away to stay safe from Choupenich's very long finish. It's very nice. British fencers do tend to love their Preem line. Oh! Ugh, dicey situation there for both. Choupenitch ends up with an off target, but that was maybe a bit unwise for Mepstead to stay in there, and maybe a bit unwise for Choupenitch to chase it. Mepstead keeps marching. Choupenitch does his usual bounce in, bounce out type thing. Threatening a strong lunge into it. Really, Choupenitch doesn't even need to like do anything specific to threaten it. The fact that he's there is just threatening enough. And Mepstead gives it up. Takes parry. Oh, can't land the lunge though on the way out. Choupenitch escapes. And that's Mepstead's beat attack off target. I will say though, Choupenitch's point online idea is pretty cool. He's got so much like leverage with his arm. He's so strong that even if Mepstead like beats the blade, if he beats in the wrong place and doesn't have enough, enough leverage, Choupenitch might still get one light just by virtue of having a very strong and steady arm. Okay, Choupenitch gives up his march. Mepstead kind of unwilling to start just yet. Oh, they come together and... Yep. Mepstead's first riposte was no. Tempted behind the head, but Choupenitch hit him with the remise. So, interestingly, you'd think that Mepstead might have, being shorter and having a relatively shorter distance for his blade to travel, you might think he would be better in an infighting situation there, but so far it's been pretty even, if not favoring Choupenitch. Mepstead, I think, is going to switch weapons here. I certainly would in this situation. Down 3-8. Definitely need a little bit of time to cool off and think. Let's see if that time has given him any interesting ideas. Ducking counterattack, huh? Not the first idea you might have against someone like Choupenitch, but if he's tall, he might end up like missing a little bit high there. Who knows? Certainly something new, which Mepstead definitely needs right now. And it looks like something might be wrong with Mepstead's equipment. Referee is going over to have a look. Maybe, it's the connection between the plug and the socket on the weapon. That's always the worst. Hopefully he doesn't have to lick it. That'd be highly embarrassing. Nope, seems not. He's got to... I imagine he's got to switch out something then. Well, on the plus side for Mepstead, this is giving him quite a lot of time to think as he's fiddling with his equipment. It also gives Choupenitch some time to think as well, but Mepstead being down and Choupenitch winning with the actions he has been, really the burden of switching tactics is on Mepstead. As soon as he does, it's going to be on Choupenitch to keep up. But the farther this bout goes without Mepstead like changing what he's doing, the harder it's going to be for the comeback. Of course, we do know that Mepstead wins, but at this point, his situation is pretty precarious. Someone's celebrating off to the side. I don't know what bout that is. Okay, so Mepstead switch weapons. Test. Everything looks good. No random intermittent off-target lights. It's always nice to see. Alright, let's see if Mepstead has come up with anything else in that little break he had. That's Mepstead's attack all the way through. Did kind of feel like there might have been a pause in there, but if that counts as a pause, then Choupenitch was a little bit late hitting it. Alright, Choupenitch straightens his weapon. I think he just needed to do that. I don't think that's a tactic by him. Although, Mepstead trying to mount a comeback can help to keep his momentum kind of quashed. Alright, Choupenitch bounces away. Mepstead keeps taking the blade. Okay. Choupenitch tries a few long lunges just to see if they'll catch anything. They have worked a lot in the past, but not today. Or at least not in this period. Mepstead scares him. Oh, no, can't start that, though. Keeps going. Choupenitch not offering point in line this time. He might have a different idea. I don't know about parry or post, though. If his blade's already so far back, it might... at that distance, Mepstead might be able to hit him. Okay, there's point in line. Making me eat my words. Choupenitch starts, but doesn't want to finish, so Mepstead starts. And Choupenitch tries another strong lunge into it, but that time... there wasn't really any prep to that action. He just kind of did it, and Mepstead just finishes straight into it. Maybe with a point in line setup or like searching, it might be better, but that time he kind of just did it for kicks and giggles, it felt like. So Mepstead continues to march. Choupenitch continues to interpose his blade to make it really annoying for him to finish. Like so. Mepstead, in response, says, okay, I'll just, like, beat the blade a bunch of times and stand still. It's still Mepstead's right away because he's been beating the blade, but he doesn't need to keep moving forward. Again, point in line by Choupenitch. I think he might honestly just be trying to stall the bout and just waste time being up. Okay, marches again a little bit. Mepstead kind of escapes the distance so Choupenitch gives it up and Mepstead starts again. Accelerates! There we go. That is Mepstead's full power advanced lunge. It's kind of weird that he only brought it out now, but it certainly works. Not sure why we didn't see that in the first period more, honestly. That's Mepstead's parry post off target. Yep. Ooh, Choupenitch asked for a video review there. Nope, okay. Probably good by him. That was, for me, pretty clear. Ooh. Choupenitch missed that one. And again, Mepstead wants to ask for video on those, but he's out of challenges, which does kind of suck for him. Okay, Choupenitch marches, finishes long, but Mepstead parries 4, and we've got 5 seconds left. Will he try and go for a touch right before the end? Choupenitch certainly won't, yeah. Okay, so 8-6, very different story from 8-3. So Mepstead's been very patient pulling his way back. Pretty much only going for touches he knew he could win. I'm very actually impressed that he waited to pull out his super fast and long advanced lunge for right when he did. Perhaps he was trying to keep that in reserve for as long as possible to give Choupenitch less time to figure out a good defense for it. And honestly, with one whole period left, it doesn't really feel like it was too little too late yet. Although Mepstead is still down, he's still got to be careful. Although Choupenitch honestly kind of felt like he was resting on his laurels a bit there. He wasn't really trying to make that many touches happen. Yeah, there were a few like long lunges in there, but kind of felt like Choupenitch was just playing a waiting game, which in foil is not usually the best way of winning bouts. Although again, Choupenitch is a like super top level fencer in his own right, so this strategy may have worked for him in the past, and it has gotten him this far against Mepstead, which is no mean feat. Especially with Mepstead's, how Mepstead's been doing today. But Mepstead still has some work to do. Choupenitch has a little bit less work to do, but he should still be doing work. So let's see. What's changed? Ooh, Choupenitch comes right out. Okay. That's one way of doing things. Attack off the line attempted. Okay. He's being way more active now, Choupenitch is. Mepstead keeps his pretty much the same tempo of march, though. Now we're slowing down again. Okay. Oh, Choupenitch had a window to finish there. Didn't take it. Mepstead starts. Blade taking situation happens. Mepstead keeps going, though. Choupenitch searching. Oh. And, okay, yeah. Mepstead could have gotten away much farther there than he did. Seems like he may have gotten kind of caught on his front leg and wasn't able to shift his weight enough. Or maybe he just wasn't thinking of retreating at that point. Oh, attack no by Choupenitch. Not a point in line by Mepstead, but it doesn't matter. He gets one light. Mepstead marches. There's Choupenich's long, or long-ish lunge, but Mepstead just parries it. Oh, there he tries to get away. That's kind of what I was expecting on the previous time that happened. So, seems he's learned his lesson from that. Choupenitch keeps marching. Mepstead's point of line is enough to dissuade him from finishing, though. Mepstead marches again. This is all pretty much exactly what we've seen. Interestingly, Choupenitch seems to be searching more than he's offering point of line now on defense. Don't necessarily know why, but it is something different. Okay. Oh, Mepstead tries a flesh, and then tries a flying behind the head touch on the way past, but no dice. Kind of like his advanced lunge more there. He can go compound with it if Choupenitch searches like he has been. Ooh. Right off the line, or right on fence. Choupenitch with the attack. That is actually a very good change. The bout has been so like patient so far. Attacks off the line feel pretty apt for this situation. Here, oh no! Yeah, that's Choupenich's first remise. Yep. They both missed the first one. Okay, 7-11. This is kind of getting out of Mepstead's hands again. Again, actions off the line. Okay. Mepstead marches. Oh, that time Choupenitch stays in distance to search. A critical mistake. Mepstead can again just finish, even pretty short for him. Yeah, like I said, I don't know about that searching by Choupenitch instead of using the point and line strategy he did before. Feels like it's kind of an unnecessary change. Mepstead keeps marching though. Choupenitch bouncing on defense. There's the blade. Okay. Mepstead doesn't want to finish into that for obvious reasons. Now Choupenitch marches. Mepstead puts out point line. And again, it's attack no. That line was put out too early in the action. But again, it doesn't matter. The mere existence of it seems to be enough to make Choupenitch finish. And perhaps he's a little bit rushed when he sees it, so Mepstead can get another one light. Oh, wow. Be careful, Choupenitch. That could be a yellow card for jostling if he keeps that up. As it is now, referee just calls it simple core. That's pair post, or attack no, attack off target by Mepstead. Didn't look like he found the blade there, though. It's an interesting call. Okay, Mepstead keeps marching. There's a point in line by Choupenitch. Mepstead does what he did before and just stays on the blade all the time. Choupenitch doesn't want to turn that into a march, though. He has time to, any time here. But Mepstead just keeps taking the blade. He's got to find a way in. He has to find a way in. Nope. There it is. Oh, yeah. That's kind of something, I think it was Itkin that I covered last week. Similar idea of look like you're going to go, take the blade, and then just back off, and then suddenly go in from a wider distance. But have the surprise factor of you moving from like backing off to stepping in. Make the difference. That time, though, that's all blade work by Mepstead. Choupenitch, I think, asking for a test here of some sort? Why is he walking over there? Or did his mask cord fall off? I didn't see. No, he's asking for a test on his mask. Yep, that hit his body. He may have glanced off the mask at first, but... Did Choupenitch ask to change weapons there? And the referee said no? I don't know what that symbol of just tapping on the guard means. I could see why Choupenitch would want to waste some time now, though, because Mepstead is sort of about to come back. That's pair post again. Now Choupenitch switches weapons. Okay. Yep, very good time too. Especially after like Mepstead puts out point of line, and it's technically not point of line yet because it's too soon. But Choupenitch finishes maybe a little faster than he wanted to and misses. That's happened a few times. That wasn't really the same situation, but I can see why Choupenitch would want to switch weapons there. Maybe he was like slightly hitting the target, but not getting lights there. At any rate, now that Mepstead's equalized it, definitely a pretty good time to take a little break. Picture what Mepstead's doing and think of a good response. With only 1 minute left in the third period, though, this is quickly getting to a situation where neither fencer's going to want to waste touches, I think. I feel like it might devolve kind of back to that really patient type of fencing that we saw in the first period and a bit more in the second. So let's see. Oh, Choupenitch shouldn't hear the ref say fence. You hate to see it. Alright, Choupenitch marches. Mepstead point in line. Now Mepstead marches. Choupenitch searches. Choupenitch marches. Oh, Mepstead tries a strong lunge. That's kind of the same thing Choupenitch was doing, but Choupenitch can just finish short as Mepstead does it. Again, not really much preparation there that Mepstead did before trying that. That kind of touch can work a lot of the time if you set it up right. But that wasn't, I think, enough setup there for Mepstead. Anyway, he marches here. Choupenitch tries the same thing against him, but Mepstead instead just backs off. Choupenitch finishes long through Mepstead's parry that goes off target. His long lunge still is dangerous. I feel like Mepstead could be getting away faster than he is. Is Choupenitch asking to switch weapons again? Nope, okay. Alright. Mepstead marches again. Choupenitch gives him plenty of space. Tries a long lunge into it, but that's still Mepstead's. He didn't get far enough away to make that an attack and prep. And again, if you want to go for a straight lunge and you know that the opponent has right of way, like, there needs to be more setup than that. Alright, Choupenitch keeps marching. Mepstead still with the pointed line. Oh, Choupenitch takes the blade, but Mepstead uses that exact moment to flesh in. That's also a pretty interesting idea that, I guess Miles doesn't do that as much, but he does use pointed line a lot, so. Offer pointed line, as soon as they take the blade, use that moment to step in. Whoa! That had to have been after the halt, though. Yeah, going back to the earlier thing. That's good. Oh, core to avoid a touch, most likely. Or maybe for turning the back. Okay, Choupenitch keeps marching. Ooh. Okay. That infighting situation before has benefited Choupenitch, because Mepstead usually missed the first one. So I don't know about... collapsing with the blade on that side. Ooh. Okay, I'm assuming Choupenitch hit his own foot just to cause the timer to stop. Alright, Choupenitch marches. No! Mepstead has it. 15 seconds left. Choupenitch is against the ropes now. 2 touches in 15 seconds is doable, but... Man. Honestly, this situation is pretty bad for Choupenich's preferred style, which is super patient. He can't afford to be patient at this point. He has to go. Long lunge. Mepstead tangles up the blade. Point line again. Choupenitch keeps marching, taking the blade a lot. He's got to find a way to finish this. Does finish off target, though, as Mepstead tries another flesh in. Again, there wasn't a great setup there by Mepstead, but at this point it doesn't matter. All he has to do is just not get a touch against him, and he's fine. There's only 5 seconds. He could even afford to lose a touch now. Oh, though, he goes in. I don't like that decision to attack off the line there by Mepstead. That's like... Attacks off the line are the one way that Choupenitch could give himself enough time to equalize the score here. Oh, not that time, though. That was a prep by Choupenitch. That was totally a prep by Choupenitch. Wow. Mepstead, man. The bouts for so long felt like it was getting out of his hands, and then all of a sudden, bout was out of Choupenich's hands. Yep. That's attack and prep from the right. Great fencing there by Mepstead. Definitely deserving, well deserving of his, Oh, is that... Oh. Is that Dan Kellner? At any rate, great fencing by Mepstead. Definitely deserving of his silver medal at this World Championship. He was on fire. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I think next video I do might be another World Championship bout if I'm still... if I can... resist the temptation of watching a bunch more in my spare time. If not, I'll just look at some other videos and maybe check the website for some recommendations as well. So, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay sharp.